Yo, what is good, fellas, and hope you boys were all having a fantastic day. We got a lot to talk about this morning when it comes to Madden 25. Before we hop into anything brand new, we do have a few quick small things we do have to go over. First things first, we are currently on the road to 10,000 subscribers. If we can hit 10k before the end of Madden 25, you boys know there is going to be a giveaway. If you are new to the channel and you enjoy Ultimate Team content, I feel like you already know what to do. Let's set a like goal on today's morning video at 165 likes. If we can get to 165 in 24 hours, there will be a gift card giveaway for you guys over in my Discord. If you have not already, go down there, drop a like, and with that all said, let's hop into today's video. When it comes to the Monday morning videos, these are typically one of my favorite videos to record. We kind of just sit up here and yap about what went on during the previous week, then we take a look at the market, and fellas, the market is gonna go down. So that's where I want to start today. Right now, a lot of really good players are going for a ton of coins, and that was because last week we had our first drop of 99 overalls. Basically, every card that is not a 99, so 98s, 97s, 96s, you guys can do the math down. Pretty much all of those cards are going to be buys for me. If you want any 99 overall Ultimate Legend LTDs besides the previous 2 weeks because they were in that pre-order pack, go buy them right now. These cards will continue to go up in price. For those who do not know, EA turned that pack into B&D, so if you didn't open the pack or didn't sell off the cards, you can't do that anymore. Therefore, supply and demand will eventually even itself out. We are still waiting for 98 overall reduxes, so 99 overall reduxes, I don't know when we're going to see those. When it comes to 98s, though, these cards are already going for the low. I do expect these cards to continue to drop in price. 98s and 97s for the draft rookies. These cards started out peaking at like 500, 400,000 coins, and you guys can already see they are going down. A lot of these 98s and 97s from the draft promo are some of the better budget beasts we have in the entire game, so if you're looking to buy any cheap players, I mean, right there is the go-to option. All-star athletes are still decently expensive. I want to say by the end of this week, every single one of these cards will be selling to closer to 400,000 coins compared to 500k. But even the value right here, it's still worth it. I would buy any of these cards if you need them. Now, the word market crash, it does come with a lot of baggage, we'll say. For those who don't know, parts of the market crashes every single week. This week specifically, I think the all-star athletes are going to get cheaper. I also think the part 1 NFL draft gold 99s are going to get significantly cheaper. Now, the reason we know both of these groups of cards are going to go down in price, we have NFL draft part 2 coming at some point this week. The official content schedule for this week will get tweeted out at 12 p.m. Eastern time from EA. As soon as we see draft release 2 on that content schedule, every single one of these draft champions, they are going to get cheaper. This video is going live at 10:30. If you guys are watching this video and you can have access to your console before the content schedule does get tweeted out, I would recommend you guys sell off all of your gold 99 draft champions. Same thing goes for the 98 all-star athletes and 98 overall, and I guess 97 overall draft night live rookies. These cards are going to get cheaper. I promise you guys, it happens every single time we jump from part 1 to part 2 of a promo. Big thing right now is just selling off your 99 overall draft players. I do think the all-star athlete market is going to go down. I don't think it's going to be as crazy. I wouldn't sell off my all-star athletes. If you've been thinking about buying any of those players, I would wait until probably Thursday or Friday of this week because they will go down in price. The draft players, please sell them off before I think we see the second part of the draft promo either Tuesday or Thursday of this week. I'm leaning more towards Tuesday. We dropped a whole video on Saturday breaking down like what the next few weeks of content is going to look like. The accelerated version of that video, we have two-week promos left to drop during season 7. Right now we have 4 weeks remaining in season 7. Well, I guess it's 5 weeks, but once we get to this Thursday, we will be 4 weeks away from the end of season 7. When you say all that, we have two-week promos that are going to be dropping real deals in a Theme Team Surge promo. We have to have one of those dropping this week, but we also have NFL draft solo challenges that we are missing, and EA is not just going to drop solo challenges without giving us a second part of the draft promo. Therefore, I think we see the second part of the draft promo on Tuesday, and then we have real deals or Theme Team Surge on Thursdays. All of this will be confirmed by 12 p.m. Eastern time. If I'm right, I mean, fellas, I mean, who told you? Kidding, not kidding, but just things to think about, especially when it comes to the market. Now, I'm not going to pull up the graph showing a part 1 to part 2 promo dip. For those of you who watch any of my Monday morning videos, every single Monday morning we talk about the part 1 promo dip to part 2. It is significant, and well, that is exactly what is going to happen to the NFL draft players. A market crash is coming for some of the best players we have in the entire game. When it comes to other things in Madden Ultimate Team, as a reminder, make sure you guys are progressing through your season 7 field pass. This actually matters. You guys are going to want to get this done. The $15 it does cost to buy the premium pass is the best value in the entire game. Make sure you guys are doing your dailies as well as progressing through each of your weekly challenges as well as your program challenges. These are not going to expire until the end of season 7, but you get a free 90 plus overall draft player just by getting these done. So come in here, record offensive yards, it actually does kind of matter. Now when it comes to the MUT draft mode, fellas, flawless runs, we have 10 days, 3 hours, and 44 minutes. Another reason confirming we have a second part of the draft promo. For those wondering why it's like a shocker that we have a second part, we only had one part of the draft promo last year. And so typically 1-part promos are always going to be 1-part promos, 2-week promos are always going to be 2-week promos. For whatever reason, EA decided to toss on an additional week. I am not complaining in the slightest. I love this promo. EA is knocking it out of the ballpark. If we were to rank the draft promo when it comes to the top tier promos, I think the draft promo slides ahead of the Super Bowl promo. Maybe recency bias, but this is like a top 5, top 6 promo we've seen all year. Whenever I rank all the promos in July or August, I think the NFL draft promo will probably be 10 to 15 slots higher than Sugar Rush. It's crazy. It's a smaller promo, but EA absolutely knocked it out of the ballpark. Got to talk about this during the market crash section, but I do see a world where we have 98 overall reduxes dropping this week. If you have any 98 overall limited times, as soon as we have reduxes on the content schedule, they will get cheaper. So if you have one of those free agent, ultimate legend, or aka icon 98 overall limited times on your team, I would sell them off. As a reminder, make sure you guys are playing through your aka icon solo season games. After today, we are officially 2 weeks away from our 3rd free icon champion. Aka icons have actually been good over the last few weeks now. You guys can see where I currently stand. I have not been doing these. Maybe I need to lock back in, but you guys need to do these if you do have the time. Once I left for spring break and I missed like 2 weeks, I was like, yeah, it's just not happening. But if you have the time, if you've been staying up to date on these, make sure you guys get these done. Free champions are free champions at the end of the day. If you've wanted to open up the Patrick Peterson bundle and for whatever reason haven't done it yet, there is a really real chance we get a timer on this thing later today when content does go live. If that happens, it probably means it'll expire tomorrow. I don't know if this is going to even be the case. It will eventually expire, and if you want to open up the Patrick Peterson opportunity bundle, which I do still recommend, I was sitting here yesterday bored, so I decided to give EA some money, and I actually pulled the bare minimum, but I still walked away making like 400,000 coins. Do not pull Patrick Peterson. If you do pull Pat Pete, you have like a 30% chance to pull that off. You're making like 1.5 or just, could use the best player in the entire game. Very good value for $20 if you want to do it. I think it will expire very soon, so come in here and get this done if you want to. As of right now, it is currently 10 a.m. Monday morning. I have no update on what is going on with golden tickets. I would expect golden tickets to probably drop within the next 2 weeks. Those who have not played during golden tickets are basically roster revolution and aka icons, as in the sense that they are a weekly content drop that we get a few every single week. If I remember correctly, and one of you guys can correct me if I am wrong, every single Tuesday starting in May until July was golden ticket day during Madden 24. And with the way EA's been dropping content this year, I could also see Tuesdays being golden ticket Tuesdays. Question I have been getting asked a few times is, what's the deal with roster revolution? I haven't done all my roster revolution solo challenges. Going to quickly show you guys how many stars I have remaining to claim. In total, I am missing 10 total stars from completing all of my roster revolution solos, and I'm going to scroll through these things right here, and you guys are going to see how many more weeks we have remaining technically of roster revolution. We might have just hit the halfway point. We might be a little bit over halfway, but roster revolution seems like it's going to be around for a while. I don't think EA is going to replace golden tickets with roster revolution. I hope they don't. I still hope we see weekly wildcards this year. I think that's everything I wanted to cover on the game. Let's slide on over to Twitter and MUT.gg to take a look at whatever else we have dropping today in game. We have nothing new from MUT Leaks, but we do have aka icons to take a look at this morning. These cards look good. They should be live at 1:30 p.m. Eastern time today. I don't want to jinx anything today, but EA has been shockingly good when it comes to dropping content on time. If you played it all during like November until like recently in like February, content, especially weekly content drops with icons and AKAs and football's family, roster revolution, those drops were never coming on time. So I guess shout out EA. When it comes to today's cards though, there's a real chance that George Karlaftis, Furious George, is the best edge rusher we have in the entire game. Obviously, aka icons, they have really good passive X factors. It does depend what 99 overall limited time George does get, but 6'4", great stats, great speed. This card should be elite. His champion card is basically his limited time. Will probably have worse ability AP point wise. That wise, he is also very, very good. And when it comes to the most interesting card we have today, Bryce Young. Bryce Young is 5'10". You are going to be able to tell he is 5'10" in the game, but the stats do look good depending on what ability stack he does get. He could be a solid option at the quarterback position. Baked on protected is a little bit weird. But that said, boys, is going to be everything we got this morning. If you guys did enjoy this video, get on there and drop a like. As always, have a fantastic rest of your Monday morning. I'll be back here today when content does go live. But until then, peace, gents. I love you guys and have a good one. Peace.